Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Get up! 180!
Mike 50!
18. 22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. 6 guys!
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive. Pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go! 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Let's go, defense.
Move.
Check 4. Check. Fresno.
Alert.
Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Trubisky. That's caught. It's Malone. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
And that one hurts defensively. They force them into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Switch. Switch. Shift.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Watch the edge. Wide. Check.
Following the interception, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let him know.
18.
Mike 5-4.
Now Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Lindsey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing, Cousins. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody Oh, he just snuck out there. He just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on, no, come on, no.
Cousins. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run, sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Alert, 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 alert.
From the 36, Trubisky. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down.
180.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Check 43. Out, 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 out.
SOS, SOS, SOS.
Play fake. Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise,
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carl Lawson in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Wide. Hey, Echo.
52's the mic, boy.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Carl Lawson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. On the return, it's King. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Counter play with Jacobs. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Jacobs now. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down.
I got you. Spawns. No.
They'll run on 1st down. King. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's Jacobs. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Check.
One more time with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch the pass.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, flipper.
Let's set a tone. Shift. Watch the shift. Check.
What's that?
Crunch.
Like this.
Cousins the thrower.
Sidefield.
And a throw right sideline is complete. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To Hunt. 180. 2.
Cousins on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. A first down throw for Cousins. Screen pass to Lindsey. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
We got three.
Yellow.
The 24-yard line.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Cousins again. And the pressure gets to him again. Derek Barnett in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
53-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 36.
Black.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Like that.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Cousins. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
10 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Led 50.
Jam. Check 3.
First.
Chance.
Like that.
Running right, this is Freeman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Freeman, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Mike Edwards. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Raiders' 27-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Last stop.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by McManus is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Switch.
Two.
Check 37. Check 52.
Pilot, 64. Wait.
Watch out.
Like that.
Another run by Lindsey. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Behind. Hey, we're good.
It's a gain of 2.
Like that.
Third and short yardage. Cousins. He's got his tight end fan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
Behind.
41-yard
Ready.
line.
50.
Bingo.
Silver. Hatchet. Check.
Rhino.
Check 3. He's coming. We got double up.
Lucky 48.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Mike 50. Focus, defense, focus.
Like that.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw is Cousins. That's complete to Jake Butt. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Check your hot read. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now it's Freeman. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
The 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah.
Bud.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Through. Tight dog.
Now Cousins. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now stands at 13.
Broncos 20. Raiders 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Josh Malone. And now it's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. People kiss it on the ground.
Check 15. Check.
On second down, it's Lenzen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
To Hunt. 180.
Mike 50. Pick me up. Here we go. Slam, slam, slam.
To throw, Cousins. This is the tight end Fant. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Gain of 17 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Cousins now from the 50. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Switch.
They go play action. Cousins. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's King. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Trubisky now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trubisky will throw. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Come on, 180. Ain't no such thing as a low. Hey, alert.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Let's go.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Leave it. Ring up 48. Bang.
Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd down, Freeman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Watch the run.
Now Trubisky. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Zoo.
I'm here all day.
Now Trubisky to throw. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Malone, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
Get up, 180.
Mike 54.
Now it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
All day.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on fourth and goal. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Eventually recovered by the defense. Result of the play. First down and goal.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. One last shot for Trubisky. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone. And that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over. Making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for Denver, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.